it's Rachel with Not Made, and today I'm going to finish wrapping up my October challenge series. So we're already 2 weeks into November. I'm a little bit behind, but that's just how it goes. Life is busy. I wanted to talk about the things that I made the last week and a couple of days of October. So this will be through I think the 22nd through the 31st. So let me get organized real quick. I thought I was organized before, and then I knocked over the container that I was keeping all of my organization in. Okay, so for October, now just as a reminder in case you haven't watched the other videos, my October challenge was just to complete a finished object every day for the month of October. And the reason why I gave myself that challenge was because a lot of the things that I have done have been bigger projects like blankets or throws, and those obviously take longer than a day. Sometimes they take months or years, like that one that's still not done, just because I get bored and I put it away. So all of that to say, I wanted to do something that gave me that feeling of accomplishment every single day, like I'm actually making making progress and getting something done. Now, I knocked down my green screen curtain that I use when I'm teaching, and I just haven't put it back up, so it's just kind of a mess in here. Part of the reason why I'm filming this video is so that I can get all this stuff put away and then not have it just like underfoot. Okay, so starting with the 22nd, I made these 3 little octos and a baby headband. So this is an infant size velvet twist, and one of these octos got his head put on upside down. So you make the little head, and then the feet are basically like a little flower pattern that you put on afterwards. The feet, the tentacles, right? And this guy right here, I accidentally put the feet on the wrong side of the head. You know, it should be like this, so his eyes are way down low. But anyway, that's how it ended up, and I was just like, you know what, it's fine, it's cute, it's quirky, and it just is what it is what it is. All right, so that was October 22nd. On the 23rd, I did 2 more infant size velvet twist headbands. These work up really easily or really quickly, so if I'm in a pinch and I know I want to get something done, I can just always put more of those on the hook. All right, and then for the 24th, the only thing I made was this little guy. It's adorable. I love lime green, it's such a happy color, so I'm gonna make a few more lime green octos just because I like them. I hope they sell at market. I'm assuming that they will because I think they're adorable, but you never know. Some people may not. So anyway, on October 25th, my makes for that day were a adult size velvet twist headband. I guess it doesn't really matter if you wear the tag on top or on bottom. That's just a personal preference. I just always think of it as being on bottom when I put it together. And I made a blue itty bitty kitty. So these are really cute. I like them a lot. That was for the 25th. And then 26th, I made a child size velvet headband. I still need to put the tag on that. I do not put tags on the infant sized headbands because infants don't need anything that could potentially come loose in any way, form, or fashion. But this is for a child size head, so I will be putting a tag on that one. It's just not done yet. So that was October 26th. Towards the end of the month, I was losing steam a little bit, not because I was, you know, out of ideas or anything. I just got super busy. Okay, so on the 27th, I made a fox beanie with my Addy machine. I love these. They are so fun, and it can be worn up or down with the, so you could probably fit up to a toddler size head, you know, if and it can grow with a child at least a little bit. So I made that. I made another itty bitty kitty, and I made another adult size headband with this velvet, crushed velvet from Bernat. I like this color a lot. Originally I didn't get this color when I was buying some of the others because I thought, oh, it's probably too juvenile, it's too purpley, no, you know, grown up. And once I put it together though, like look at the difference in the colors. There's just so much, yeah, it's pretty. Anyway, I like it. Okay, on the 28th, I made 2 more fox beanies, and I made 2 more baby octos. So we had a sunshine color one and this variegated pink, both of whom are adorable. I haven't put blush on this one. I'm thinking of leaving some without the blush. I don't know if you noticed, but in some of my others, I put a little blush under the eyes. So, I don't know. Should I do blush on all of them or should I leave some without? Obviously, I can't do blush on the pink ones. It won't show up. I tried just to see, but you know, it doesn't show up on here. I thought about doing some white on the sides just to make the eyes pop a little bit more, but it's fine the way it is. I think it looks great without it. It's not necessary. It's just a fun little extra. Okay, and then on the 29th, I made my last, oh, here it is. My last fox beanie. Again, there it is. Little foxy. I love these. They are so cute. I cannot wait to see them on little children's head. And I made another adult velvet twist with the crushed velvet. Sorry, I'm trying to think about the yarn. It's Bernat crushed velvet. Okay, on the 30th, now here we come into the end of the month. Our kids are homeschooled. They took a late fall break so that we could spend some time with another family friend, So good friend of mine and her kids came down and we were spending days out doing fun stuff like the ostrich farm and the zoo and you know, stuff like that. So I had very little time for crochet. However, I will toot my own horn a little bit. I helped my friend learn how to crochet. She and her daughter had been thinking about doing it and they were trying to teach themselves through tutorials and whatever, but I think that she just needed a little bit of that hands-on, you know, let me show you how to do XYZ, and she's already taken off. She's making washcloths and all kinds of stuff, so that's super fun. I love sharing that with people. But on the 30th, all I made was the infant headband out of the same. See, these would make a great mom and me set, you know, baby, mom. Those would be fun. And then finally, on the last day of the month, I made another purple baby headband, or infant twist. So infant velvet twist. So that is the wrap up for October. So this was that last week. It makes me feel accomplished, okay? When I put it all together, like spread it all out on the bed to see how much I've done, it doesn't seem like that much, but every single one of these stitches is done by hand, you know? And even like these, even though I didn't hand knit this, I used my hands to use the machine, and then I had to finish it off by hand, you know? So there's a lot of time investment in it. And I oftentimes, and if you crochet or are a fiber artist or just a crafter of any kind, you ever find yourself feeling like you should somehow be doing more, like producing more, having more quantity of the stuff that you make? And I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I literally never have do not have a hook in my hand. And partly because I love crocheting, and it's just my best way of dealing with stress, decompressing from regular life stuff and days, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making things. I really enjoy the feeling of accomplishment when I finish something. So for me, it's just I guess it's just part of who I am and how I go about. I don't like, you know, if I'm going to relax, I don't like to just sit and do nothing. I don't like to sit and watch a show. I like to have something in my hand while I'm watching a show, if I'm gonna watch a show, right? So for me, that's just part of who I am and what I do. But now that I'm actually preparing for a real live market, I feel like I should be creating more. And yet, there's only so many hours in the day, and there's only so much time that I have to dedicate to crocheting. And I have noticed recently that I've been experiencing some wrist pain and fatigue, you know, in my whole forearms. And you know, I'm a pianist. not my first rodeo when it comes to like repetitive stress type of injuries, so I'm trying to be careful and not push for things that take too much out of my hands, which is why I like these. They're mindless. You learn the pattern and you just keep it going until you get to the length that you need it. So a lot of times I will default to those when I need to give my brain a break. I don't want to have to be thinking about the stitch count or whatever, but also it still gives me that sense of accomplishment of having done something. And then with the Addies, you know, these are also something different. Obviously, I'm not stitching all of these the way I would some crochet items. So it's a different type of fatigue. My arm gets tired of cranking that handle in circles, but you know, again, it gives me that same sense of accomplishment, like I've made something, I've created something, and it also gives my hands a little bit of a break. So I'm going to be focusing a lot this next month in November, this current month actually, on making some more Addie beanies. I have made one adult size beanie that I need to get a pom-pom on, so that's good. And yeah, so that will be for a future video. I'll talk a little bit more about what I'm doing in November and more about the upcoming market too, because I enjoy watching those types of videos and maybe you do too. So all right, that's it for me. I'm gonna take off and call it a wrap on October. So thanks for hanging out, and leave any comments below, especially if you think that I should put blush on all of these octos. I need some outsider opinion. Are they okay just having eyeballs and a mouth, or do they all need to have a little bit of blush on them? So let me know what you think about that, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.